What is up, YouTube, my Cowboys family? Bringing you guys our latest update after that Cowboys-Giants game. Give us just a second while we get set up here, guys. Thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah, I'm going to let you know, guys, that we are having a very late night stream tonight, so please bear with us. We got audio check is good. We got all our guys. What's up, Tobias from Argentina? What's up, guys? We had a rough couple days. Glad to see you guys back. If you guys caught our quick update live stream, go live last night. We were out and about trying to make sure that. Let me see this. Yeah, okay. We were just out there trying to, get in whatever we could as far as updating you guys last night.
Yes.
It was a rough night, and again, guys, we didn't have air. We didn't have any electricity, power, anything for like 2.5 days, for 2 days basically, since after the game ended, guys. That's how lucky we were. What's up, everyone?
Literally half an hour after the game ended, guys, we lost power. So thankfully we were able to make it throughout the whole game with just a few bumps and bruises, as you guys saw.
Yeah, a little bit of streaming issues, but guys, also, we lost power. We didn't have air conditioning 2 days. Food, the whole thing was a struggle for 2 days. But luckily, we got through. We got power just like an hour or an hour and a half ago. That's why we're on a little later tonight. We want to make sure we got some information out there for the Cowboys tonight, even though it might be a quicker live stream tonight, guys. We love all you guys out here. Tobias, Ancient Brooks, Zero God, Loading. What's up, Patrick? What's up? Fishing with Corey Daniel. I like that name. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. Hit like for the stream. I always remind you guys that throughout the stream. It helps us out.
Hi, Cowboys family, Dallas Cowboys Forever Champions. Thanks for joining us again, guys.
Yes, guys. Thank you for all joining us, and we appreciate it, guys. Thanks for bearing with us. And it's a late night stream here in the East Coast. We just got our power back. Hurricane Irma, guys, destroyed our area, Central Florida, where we live at, and it took out everything. I mean, there's like 1 million people that lost a lot. 4 million people in the state of Florida lost power. And the eye of the storm actually went through where we were at during the game, right after the game. That's why we lost everything, guys. It was kind of scary, but we're safe. The whole family's safe, and we're here to give you another update, guys. So let's kick this thing off. Hi, everyone. I will say Bobby J. Johnson, what's up? As you said, the other ones and everybody. Awesome. No, we had, have a house, got damaged, shingles ripped off, about 100 of them. We're going to have to get the insurance to fix it, garage door issues. Screen door, front screen door ripped off like someone kicked it in. It was really bad, guys. We had a real bad one here like a bunch of years ago, Charlie, and we had 2 other ones that came after it, like in a row, boom, boom, boom. Those were the worst, like all 3, but as far as one hurricane in total crossing the Central Florida part of Florida, this was the worst one I've ever seen, guys, for 30-plus years. So, and, my mother, too, she's been around longer and seen more. Everybody that I've talked to, this is the worst one we've been through, guys. So it was pretty rough, and we filmed that whole thing with the Hurricane Irma cam right out there in the top corner in the chat. You can check that out, guys. We appreciate you guys sticking with us, watching the reactions. And, guys, we got that Giants victory, guys. Love that. Was the best part of that day, guys. So
absolutely,
we've watched the game 2 or 3 times since then. To when we had a chance through our phones or charging our phones at some location so that we can get some more stream time available. And luckily we got our power back tonight to be able to do this. But we did review the game for the most part. We saw a lot of awesome things. Cannot wait for this Denver game coming up this Sunday, and we got a lot of news. So let's kick it off, baby.
Actually, wait, let's take one quick second because I do want to start with this. I'm still blown away by it. I hope, I personally think it's going to end up being the play of the year, guys. Cole Beasley with that catch. Holy crap. Sauce Bro brought it today. So I just wanted to talk about that because I probably replayed that catch 20 times on the little bit of battery I had. It was beautiful. It was everything that I think we wanted to see as far as just making plays. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with some news actually coming up in week 2. Not so much about this past game, but Ezekiel Elliott. So of course we know that his preliminary injunction was granted. The NFL did file an appeal on Monday. He will be playing week 2. Absolutely confirmed. Jerry Jones didn't want to comment on any weeks past that because the appeals process obviously is still ongoing. So, it could possibly go the NFL's way. We've already kind of spoken on why we don't think it will go their way.
The percentage is very low that they're going to get it. I mean, the judge laid out everything in detail on why he believes it, and it looks like there's nothing that can really be overturned in this temporary injunction or temporary restraining order. So, guys, I mean, unless something big happens to the NFL, they have some kind of new information of why Zeke needs to be not play after week 2. Then that's I don't see that happening. No real expert sees that happening. And if anybody does say that, they're just trying to get in headlines, guys. Do not expect Zeke to. I mean, anything can happen. Don't get me wrong, but the percentage is very slim that he'll be out. He'll probably be, if this thing goes through, this appeal fails for the NFL, he's in for the whole season, guys, to the Super Bowl.
Yes. So, and Mr. Wright, thanks for joining us. Ancient Brook, so guys, we will be posting more information as far as our survival picks and our fantasy league. Just give us a little bit more time. Like we said, we're still kind of behind, and we want to get this Cowboys news out to you guys.
Yeah,
so
and I wanted to say, guys, just a real quick thing. I'm not going to go into details about fantasy or whatever. My Cowboys family won. We beat Patrick. Just wanted to say that. And also, guys, we have, out of 16 in the survival league, we have 2 that dropped. Someone picked the Giants. Too bad. And someone picked the Patriots, which was a tough one. Everybody else won. So, guys, there's still 14 of you guys alive, including myself, including you, including my daughter. So we're all still in the running, guys. Yes. So go ahead, baby. Kick it off.
All right, guys. So other than that, Jerry Jones also made a few comments as far as our second running back. So we all saw Ezekiel Elliott make some amazing plays that should have been losses, turn into even 2, 3, 4-yard gains. I mean,
that's the difference between him and any other running back on our team and almost any running back in the league.
Exactly. So, very, very glad, it was great to see Zeke back out there. Obviously the Giants defense, you got to give it to them. They definitely know how to slow down and stop the run pretty well. They obviously couldn't completely shut him down.
104 yards, guys. Zeke,
exactly.
That's big.
So, yeah, over 100 yards with the defense like this, absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that he also had 30-plus, 40-plus receiving yards.
Receiving yards.
So, I mean, I know there was one where Dak hit him for like 30-some yards.
Yeah.
So,
on a screen, on a blitz that the Giants did, they read it perfectly through the screen to the opposite side, and Zeke got 35 yards, guys.
Yeah. So, it was really great to see him out there. But, of course, Alfred Morris, I think he had a gain of maybe 2 yards. I know he got us a first down once. Yeah. But, guys, other than that, I think he carried the ball maybe 4 or 5 times. Nothing. As
you can see, guys, it's a big decrease from Zeke and anybody else. I'm not saying we couldn't survive this game against the Giants, but definitely with Zeke, I mean, when he gets hit, he goes 3 or 4 yards forward. I mean, no other running back. I don't think any running back does that right now. Even Marshawn Lynch is in his older age. I mean, he doesn't really do. He has a couple of flashes. Zeke does it every single play, guys. Watch that game again. We posted a link from Law Nation, guys. Thank you, Law Nation. We appreciate you. We just watched the whole game there a couple times. It's basically the whole game in 35 minutes. It's posted on our Twitter site, guys, and we give thanks to Law Nation for sharing. Let's share that.
You can find it on our Facebook page as well, guys. But if you want to go ahead and check it out, definitely click through there and watch Law Nation's video. He put all the clips together so you guys can see all the plays.
The whole game. Yes. The whole game, guys, one after another. And again, guys, I think the good thing about that is that, again, it's copyrighted, but we're not selling it. We're not doing anything. We're just not doing it through YouTube because then they would cut us off of YouTube. So we're doing it through Twitter, which is allowed, and Facebook is allowed. So, guys, enjoy that and watch the game again. And tell us what you think. But our defense played lights out, guys. Stephen Paya, I love the way he played. Jalen Smith played fantastic. Our cover guys did great. I mean, Anthony Brown, fantastic. Surprised me. Chidobe Awuzie, fantastic. We're going to talk more about these guys in a second, guys. So, you have anything you want to say out there? Anybody out there?
Well, yeah. Shallow Hal, thanks for joining us. And actually, we were just talking about our second running back situation. So, Darren McFadden was inactive. It wasn't anything he did. Alfred Morris just played a little better, a little harder in training camp. Now, Jerry Jones did make a comment today on 105.3 The Fan saying that, Darren McFadden knew, but that Morris and McFadden both are probably going to be splitting that time back and forth. So definitely expect to see McFadden active this week and for Morris to not be. So it sounds like they will be just kind of taking turns back and forth. I mean, do you think that this points to maybe a future trade with one of our running backs?
Well, I do think that in time, I think that we will be seeing one of these 2 guys go for sure. Eventually both will go. I mean, but the thing is, it's not that. Again, I think that McFadden was just a scheme thing with the Giants. I mean, I guess we felt like we already had a heavy hitter in there like Zeke. So maybe putting in, Morris, a change of pace kind of guy, not even fat, just like a smaller guy would have helped. It did not. The Giants stopped them. And they stopped Zeke, too, most of the game. But Zeke kept pounding, kept giving the ball to him. The only thing I was disappointed about the Cowboys, and that's the coaching staff, guys, is that the first and goal on the 3-yard line, you throw 3 damn passes, guys. Come on. We got the best offensive line in the league. We got the best running back in the league. I don't care if the whole damn Giants team knows we're going to run. They got to stop us from getting 3 yards. It's 9 feet, guys. That should be done with our offensive line and Zeke back there. There's no excuses for that. Dak had 2 bad passes. Should have had a touchdown. We should have had probably scored 31 points to 3 in this game, honestly speaking, guys. But, look, we could have played better on offense. We played lights out on defense, and very proud about the whole team in general, just the way they played and hung in there. Of course, we know that Odell Beckham did not play. Obviously, that has something to do with it. I would have liked to see Odell out there so we could have really seen what the Giants had to offer. Obviously, the Giants' offensive line is a huge issue, and our defense is a little better than people thought. That's definite. And our defensive line, our rotation, fantastic. I love the DeMarcus Lawrence. I love, Paya pushing in the middle. Benson Mayowa gave some pressure. I mean, Taco was in there a couple times pressuring. Our defensive line and ends are Malik Collins. I could keep going and going, guys. They all did great. Crawford even played did some good things. This is without DeMontre Moore and David Irving. So as far as, when these guys come back, you might see Morris or McFadden gone, guys. And I hope we get a trade, but we won't get more than a 5th or 6th round pick from either of those guys, or at least Morris. So.
All right. So I saw somebody mention Orlando Scandrink there, so I do want to kind of shift gears and talk about a few of our injuries. Yeah. So first of all, Terrence Williams. No. We saw him kind of come out of the game after he kind of hurt. It looked like he hurt his foot. Something went on, and then he kind of came back, and then we didn't see him again. So we did get confirmation, and this is a very strange one. He sprained the inside arch of his left foot. He did leave the game yesterday with a or 2 days ago, sorry. See, guys, it's all crazy here without power, but he did leave wearing a walking boot. The good news is we haven't heard too much, so it sounds like he should be all right to play in this game. It sounds like, he wasn't really limited, and we did see him come back into the game even after that sprain. Yeah. So other than that, Cheeto had a tweaked ankle on that last play against Brandon Marshall. If you go back and watch it again, you can kind of see Brandon Marshall land on it a little bit. And then, of course, Orlando Scandrink. He fractured a bone inside of his left hand. He did have surgery and had a metal plate inserted into it. He's currently day by day. Day to day, sorry. He most likely won't be playing this weekend. We might see him. We should have him back by week 3, though, if all goes well. Yeah.
I mean, guys, just to review real quick, obviously Terrence Williams, it didn't look that bad. He'll probably be back. It shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. I think he practiced. I'm not even 100% sure. But, guys, he'll be okay. Cheeto, he played fantastic, but I hated that tweak. Basically, the last play of the game, guys, and it was a shame.
If you go back and watch it, you can actually see him, see it happen. You can kind of see Cheeto go
on his left ankle, kind of pushed out. But guys, he was limping off the field on the last play when the Giants threw it, and he just kind of limped off the field. I don't know yet what the status is going to be for him this weekend. We're hopeful he'll play. He said he was going to be fine. And we said that yesterday, guys, when we gave our quick go live 3-minute update. But we think he'll be fine. He thinks he'll be fine. The only, Terrence Williams should be fine. Scandrick's the only one that's a question mark out of our injuries from that game. And he said that even Jerry Jones and the coaching staff saying he's day to day and that he has a chance to play against the Broncos, which we need every single cover guy we can have in our team. And, and the fact that they said that he should definitely be ready to go against the Cardinals next week in week 3, that's a good sign, guys. It's not going to be too long, but he is getting that surgery. It should be day to day after he gets that surgery. I think he already had it. Yeah. And so he's good to go. Now, guys, I saw a couple people make some comments. What's his name? Ron Elliott. I did not see him out there. He was number 56. I didn't see him out there. But I did see Price, number 92, out there, guys. Brian Price. He actually did pretty good. He's kind of like a Paya, Malik Collins morph guy. He's kind of like perfect for the backup role. He did do a couple nice inside pressures and stop the run. Not stop the run, but clog up the middle a little bit, kind of like what Stephen Paya does. And Malik Collins doing with the pressure. I mean, he didn't do much quarterback pressure, but he definitely stopped the run, guys. He's a big body. Price did decent. And I didn't see Ron Elliott. Yeah,
I don't think I saw him out there either.
But he might be, he'll definitely be worked into our system, but more as a pass rushing guy, I think. Our pass rush looked fantastic the other night, so that was awesome. As far as the power rankings, I saw somebody make a mention about that. Power rankings, guys, don't put too much stock on that. Look, I see ESPN do it. I see Mark Holmes do it. Power rankings are BS, really, guys. There's nothing to it. Every week, they got the Pittsburgh Steelers as number 1 team. Yeah, who gives a damn?
When you see things like that, it's really hard for you to understand what they use to qualify. Because honestly, I don't think Dak had his best performance, but I think defensively and with some of our other offensive players, they just showed out so much and really stepped up. Where Dak maybe didn't as much. So
we were so kind of surprised that he did. The offense kind of looked a little bit more lackluster, I guess. I guess that's the right word. It looked a little more off. And the defense seemed on, guys. They would have to prove something. I love the attitude. I love the aggressiveness by the entire defense. But keep one thing in mind, guys. No OBJ and a very bad offensive line with a very, very bad running game with an average quarterback, slightly above average quarterback, guys. And they really had no other weapons. Don't get too high on this game. Just be happy that we did so well against a division rival. And I'm just happy we did do well. It could have been a lot better for our offense. we would have blown them out by a lot. All right, so keep that in mind, guys. We're going to play against another good defense and a mediocre offense this weekend in Denver at Mile High. It's going to be hard to breathe up there, guys, and I just hope the conditioning is set for this because we need Zeke there. He looked a little winded last game towards the end. We need him full blast against this very, 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 if not as good, if not better than the Giants defense, guys. So we have to make sure that we are ready to rock and roll this weekend, and they got to be prepared. And I just hope they get out there and get used to that air quality out there because it's going to be they're going to have to take a lot more oxygen on the sideline, guys, to last this whole game on Sunday, guys. But looking forward to that game, and it's a couple other moves and changes that we did do today, so I'll let you roll with that if you like.
Yeah, so we surprisingly re-signed Brian Brown, a wide receiver, to our practice squad, and we released Jamil Showers. So
yeah, he's our safety / quarterback. I don't know what they saw in him to get him on the team. Maybe it was more of a quarterback thing, but they see that maybe they're going to be probably eventually putting Cooper Rush as the second guy. So I'm not really sure what the thinking was behind that, but
yeah, and especially picking up another wide receiver. Yeah. So but obviously, whatever the Cowboys saw or whatever they see their need at, they went with that. So
week 4 we play the Rams, guys. Just letting you know, we get Denver Broncos, Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams. These are some hard defenses. All 4 of these teams, Giants, and these next 4. And then after that, we get Green Bay week 5. Then we get a bye, and then week 6 we get the Niners, our first break. But really, the Packers' defense is not that great either. So after week 4 with the Rams, even though their offense stinks, and I'm looking at the offense for the Broncos, they're not that good. Both Broncos and Rams offenses are below average, and the Cardinals didn't look that good last night. Plus, they lost David Johnson, guys. David Johnson from the Cardinals, running back, number 1 pick in almost every fantasy league. He had dislocated wrist, guys. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. He was put on IR. Today. So he's not going to be playing against the Cowboys. Again, they have other people, other weapons. They have Fitzgerald, but Carson Palmer looked off. They played against the Detroit Lions, not the best defense. I mean, I think the Cardinals have a very good defense, but something on my eye there for a second. But guys, I think that we actually can handle the Broncos. We can handle the Cardinals. We can handle the Rams, guys. We can go 4-0 before we go against the Packers. All right, so let's take it one game at a time. Yes. But right now it's Broncos. They had a tough game last night. You should have won it by a lot more. The Chargers came back and should have tied that game.
Exactly. So which definitely makes
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that definitely makes me feel more confident that if an offense like the Chargers, and I know it was mainly, their defense that really stepped up and got them those turnovers, but the offense still had to score. So, glad to see that if an offense like that can do it, an offense like ours can definitely do it. I say at least 30 points. And
really?
I mean, at least I say if we scored 19 points on the Giants, and I get it, I'm sorry, but
it's not gonna happen.
I'm sorry, but who is their running?
Predictions at the end of the week.
I know, but who's their running back? Because their running back got like
C.J. Anderson. They got a couple. Jamal Charles.
Yeah, I'm just saying Zeke is gonna easily get way more.
What are you talking about? Chargers running back?
Who's the one that got all the?
Melvin Gordon was a running back for the Chargers. He's a good running back. But I'm just saying the Denver Broncos don't have a running game. I got confused with who you're talking about. The Chargers have a decent running game, but they don't have. They are a passing team. And again, guys, I mean the Chargers kind of became one-dimensional. They scored 2 quick touchdowns against the Broncos. I think that we'll be able to control the ball, kind of like the way we did against the Giants. The only difference, guys, I don't see it being so high scoring because you got to remember that the Cowboys are going to be playing at Denver. It's going to be a lot different than playing at home. And if it's not a division team, it's a team we don't play too often. So, we're not used to this mile-high altitude. We're not used to the ruckus that's going to be going on in Denver. In the sense of this is the first time this team is playing out there. So, guys, it's going to be harder than you think. But with Trevor Siemian as the quarterback and an average offensive team, they got Ron Leary from us, remember. But they don't have a great running game. They don't have a very good running game. They have an okay passing game, a very short dink and dunk kind of thing. I think our guys, if we play the way we did against the Giants, I think we'll be fine on defense. It's not going to be 3 points. They're going to score more than 3. But I think the Denver Broncos are going to score more than 3 on us. But I'm just saying that I do think that we'll be doing enough. We'll give our predictions at the end of the week. But I think we're going to be able to win this game. But it's going to be a similar kind of mindset before the Giant game. It's kind of the same mindset I have. A close defensive game by the Broncos against our offense. Hard-fought battle, guys. In enemy territory, in a very difficult place to play with high altitude and very difficult to breathe. So let's hope the conditioning is up on par there because I know we get a lot of injuries with hamstrings and conditioning injuries. Let's hope they got them ready for this mile-high altitude.
Yes. So guys, just to real quick wrap up our last kind of general Cowboy news before we continue to talk about more specific game breakdowns, what we saw, what you guys saw, and answering your questions, Jason Witten, guys. Jason Witten broke the all-time receiving yard record for the Dallas Cowboys.
On that touchdown, guys.
Yes, he passed Michael Irving officially after that touchdown. So, guys, very historic day for the GOAT, the greatest, Jason Witten, old man Witt. So, got to give it up to him, guys.
Yeah, guys, as a tight end to do that, that's amazing. And, again, Michael Irving is one of the best receivers in history. And Jason Witten just passed him, guys, in yards. So, a tight end doing that, only Gonzalez, I think, has more than him. So, Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, because he's in second now.
I think Gonzalez is #1, I think, overall. And all receivers and tight ends. So, I mean,
which again,
Witten's going to predict it to be ended number 2 or 3, I think, as the all-time. I think Fitzgerald is going to be like 3 or 4. So you're going to see these tight ends are going to get the most. These 2 tight ends, Gonzalez and Witten, are going to be like the highest yardage guys in history, guys. That's fantastic. I wanted to make a mention. Actually, we skipped over it and we never talked about it. But Jordan Lewis, guys, we talked about him yesterday. Jordan Lewis is looking like he's practicing. He's back at practice. And it's looking like he's going to make his debut this weekend against the Denver Broncos, guys, number 27. Now, he hasn't seen the field out there. He's seen 3 practices with pads in the whole training camp, the whole preseason, and nothing in this game. He was inactive. So we're going to see him out there this week. We're hopeful. If there's no setbacks, we're going to see him out there. Guys, I can't wait. This is even – it's more important to have him almost than it's Scandrink in some ways, except for the fact that Scandrink already is a veteran. He's been out there. We hope we have him out there as well, Scandrink. Yes. But if he's not out there, we probably should have Jordan Lewis if there's no setbacks. Yes. And that's a big plus, especially we got to see what he's got out there. We against a team like Denver where they have a little bit less weapons, I think, although they have some good weapons on offense as far as receivers. I think Jordan Lewis can hang with these guys for his first game. We'll see how the conditioning goes again. Yeah. But we expect to see him out there in probably nickel formations and dime formations for sure, guys.
Yeah, so he is slowly being worked back into practice this week, guys. And someone else that you definitely want to keep your eyes out open for, I don't even have to tell you, Jalen Smith. So I think he played, and if I'm not mistaken, it was 36 out of 53 snaps.
That's amazing, guys.
Holy crap. And remember, just 8 weeks ago, we weren't even sure if he was going to be ready to go by this first game to be on the field at all. And now he went from that to, oh, well, he's definitely going to be splitting time with Justin Durant. Justin Durant played 2 snaps, guys.
That's right.
And Jalen Smith played 36. And on top of that, Jerry Jones said in an interview today, expect Jalen Smith to get even more snaps. He's going to keep that same level of production, and they want him in on 3rd down. So, guys, keep your eyes open for Jalen Smith, who performed fantastically, I think, in his first game. And as Sean Lee, at the end of that game, I think he was approached by Stephen Jones or one of the Jones family members, and one of the first things he said was, wow, did you see Jalen Smith out there? Because guys, I can't be the only one who was just so happy to see him out there.
I mean, just if you watch the video again, you can watch on our Twitter feed from Law Nation, guys. I mean, he was in a lot of plays. He went across the field. He was in coverage. He was hitting so hard. He forced that fumble that we almost recovered, guys. Jalen Smith played lights out for his first game ever in the NFL after that surgery and that path back to get to where he is now. It's almost unbelievable, honestly.
He worked hard for it, and the Cowboys are reaping all of those benefits.
Yeah, he did it himself, guys. No other things happened. It's his own self. Determination. No special forces, no special training. It was Jalen Smith that pushed himself, guys, and that's what it's about. Thank you, Jalen Smith, for doing what you got to do to get back on that field and picking up the slack from missing Hitchens, guys. Imagine when we get Hitchens back. It's going to be awesome. And I'm surprised that Justin Durant was not used as much, although I'm happy to see Jalen Smith. He's playing crazy out there.
Again, I just –
the first couple of games, he was so, just like taking his time and watching himself.
I know he definitely has grown a lot more confident. I think less so much because I think he always knew he had the ability, but I think physically speaking, he's more confident in what his body can and can't do. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he does not look like a rookie out there. He looks like a veteran, like someone. And I know he's not technically a rookie, but I still somewhat consider him that.
I do too,
since it is kind of his first time actually being part of the active football team and being involved in every single aspect of it. So to me, to see someone like that who, yes, has spent the last year not just rehabbing but learning our team, but for him to go out there and play the way that he's playing, I'm mind blown. I cannot say enough about Jalen Smith and how hard he's worked to get to where he is right now.
And guys, remember, guys, he started off, all the preseason games playing, whatever. He was, okay, and he got better and he looked good. But you don't really know what it's going to be like until he plays a lot more snaps, until he plays in a real game against the first stringers.
Again, the Giants might not be the toughest offense, but any divisional team is always going to have that extra element of difficulty.
Even if it's playing against the Jets, Browns, or whoever out there is crap. I mean, no matter who he played against. Well, but I'm saying anybody would have played against out there, I mean, he was going to probably look really good. I mean, you could just see the way he played, guys. He was all over the field. You know, hopefully his knee holds up. And right now, we only shoot him. I wasn't even thinking about it, guys. He looked like a regular, like a Pro Bowler out there. So, guys, it looks like it paid off for now. Yeah, it looks like it paid off for now. Jalen Smith. I mean, Awuzie looked great out there. Hopefully, coming back hard. You know, Ryan Switzer. He had that nice little punt catch that he kind of faked, like the fair catch. He did it all legal. But he could have
more of a squat almost.
Yeah, he's
got
to be. He's got to be careful with that. Hopefully, a guy that's seeing that happen next game won't try to strip that ball as soon as he catches it. But he's tricky, guys. They also had special guys watching him when the ball is bouncing around. He tried to come back. And I think one of the Giant players at 51, number 51, ran in front of him in case he tried to pick that ball up and run. So everybody's got their eyes on Switzer. And guys, you know, his veteran clone, Beasley, with that catch, guys. Again, I'm going to say it again. That's a play of the year, obviously, so far. Obviously, a lot of things can happen to change. But I predict top 10 that play. It's going to be a top 10 play of the season, if not top 5 play of the season, guys. That's fantastic. Mind-blowing. Forget Odell.
I mean, I got to say, guys, I'm going to find it very hard to top a special play like that, the same way that Odell's play was, you know, even for us Cowboy fans, like, damn, wow, just wow.
The only difference,
that's Beasley. Beasley is just wow.
The only difference I would say is that, you know, Odell's was for a touchdown, and an amazing one, and ours was for, Beasley's was for a 6-yard first down. So I mean, but it was still, the skill level is unmatched by both these guys. I'm not trying to say Odell's is better, or I mean Beasley's is better than Odell's, but it was just for this year he's had a better catch than any Odell's from last year, I think. That was the best catch.
And Cowboys Abroad, to answer your question, I'm going to go with Beasley. So, I mean, last year he said what Cowboys receiver will dominate the most against the Broncos. Honestly, guys, something about Beasley, either the fact that he's just very hard to cover, the fact that, again, because we have Dez, because we have Witt, and we have all these other receivers, Terrence Williams, you know, someone's going to end up open eventually. Dak favors Beasley. Beasley and him have this great sort of connection, and because Dez definitely suffered in this game, I mean, just great coverage. Janoris Jenkins was all over him, like white on rice. Yeah. He did a fantastic job on that, and I think it's going to be similar with the Broncos, where there's just going to be too many people on. He's just going to be double covered, or Dak is going to try to force the ball to him again. I don't think it's going to work. I think Beasley will be open, and I think Beasley is probably going to be Dak's #1 receiver this year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, I saw something here. Mr. Wright made a good point. Zeke, I mean, 1,700-plus yards in his first 16 games because he didn't play that other one. You know, he didn't play that last one last year. I mean, impressive. Also, guys, Dak, he has in 17 starts, guys, he's had 4 interceptions. He had 16 last year, regular season, and then 1 this season. That's 17 games, 4 interceptions. That's like, I think that's the best in history, guys. It's a record, and he continues to just add to it, guys. He did not look sharp, especially in the first half. Until the end of the first half, he started getting better, and he had another series, 1 or 2 series, a couple bad throws in the second half, but he got better. He's going to continue to get better, guys. I would not put anything on this. He was a little rusty, maybe nervous. Who knows? Either way, he missed a couple passes. Didn't cost us the game. It did cost us points, but it didn't cost us the game. We can't have those mistakes next week. Again, we get first and goal on the 3. We got to run, in my opinion, not throw. And 2 of those throws were bad by Dak. So, you know, that's where it cost us some points. Also, some drives, some bad passes by him also cost us. But, guys, he rebounded. He showed what he's made of, and he you know, he took us to a victory, helped us lead us there.
Definitely don't forget the fact that last year, let's be honest, the Giants rocked us, and by rocked us I mean they had our number and they didn't let us
by
get
4 points total. But yes,
so it was just, look, it was a close game, but the thing is, for us to play a team like that again this year, and for us to play them the way that we did last year, because honestly, if you guys watched the game, it was the same in the sense of, you know, lots of 3 and outs and lots
tough
of
defense by the Giants.
Very defensive games. But the difference from this year and last year is that this year we did manage to at least seal the deal a little more. Yeah, lots of field goals. We did eventually get 1 touchdown, but it felt like at least better time management and ball management. Even though we had a lot of mistakes, I think that we controlled the game from the start, and we continue to control the game, and I think that made the difference.
And we gave the Giants chances, guys. I mean, we got stopped in a lot of plays. Like I said, Dak made some bad passes. It wasn't necessarily the Giants' defense. It was more Dak just missed his targets. It was a Dez, and it was some good coverage. But, again, it was a lot of missed opportunities by the Cowboys. This game could have – and, again, bad play calling when we're on first and goal on the 3-yard line. You don't throw 3 times. Guys, I think that you know, that has to improve on our offense. We have a long way to improve, guys. We won 19-3, and we're talking about all the negative things against a division rival that beat us 3 three last times we played them. And I think in this game we beat them by more. They always talk about Dom. And again, hey, Terapelli, what's up? I saw your videos.
How are you doing?
Yeah, much respect. I'm glad you are actually. He's very fair about the Giants, and he was very accepting of what happened. Obviously, it's hard to talk about anything, but you guys didn't have Odell, which I gotta say will make a difference. I was hoping he'd be in the game, so it'd not be that. But at least he's not using. A lot of Giant fans are not using that as an excuse. Some are. Patrick is, but not all the Giant fans. And again, guys, Giants did see that our defense came to play, which even surprised the Cowboy fans. But I think it was the lack of offensive targets and opportunity, and also the fact that Eli was pressured. Guys with a bad offensive line. Our defensive team and pressure really surprised everybody, and it surprised Eli. It made him force those throws that we know that Eli will make, those bad throws. He gets about 10 of those a game, guys, and he had his share for sure this past game. Some because of him, some because of our pass rush. We sacked him 4 times, guys. I don't know if we got 4 sacks last season the whole year in one game. And again, I don't think the Giants have beat us. I guess the Tampa game, yes. But
last year we actually sacked them, I think, twice in the first game, 3 times in the second. So
true.
Guys, look at the difference between last year and this year. Last year, in those 2 games, we sacked them 5 times, and we still lost both games. This time, it was a big combination of overall defensive pressure. It wasn't just those 1 or 2 sacks.
Coverage,
it was the fact
too.
that every single time we were getting in there causing chaos. Paya, Lawrence, and honestly, Eli looked just as shaky as Dak did, especially in the beginning. But again, Dak seemed to get a little more success, and it showed, in the way that in the choices that Eli was making as well. And Brandon Marshall got the ball 1 time in the second to last play of the game, guys.
That's surprising.
And that is not all the receivers' fault, and that is not all the offensive line's fault. A lot of that still falls on Eli.
Yeah, I know, guys. And again, the defensive rotation we used in the front line when our starters were out, we had Taco, we had Tapper. You guys saw Taco all over the field. He was doing some stuff out. They didn't do any sacks. They took a sack away from him, I think, because he was held by 77. Flowers, I think.
That's right.
He should have had a sack. They took that away because they didn't take it away. He didn't get it because he got held. He would have had the sack. There was another play, Tapper. Of course, he got a sack. These are our backups, guys. Tyrone Crawford was in on a play. We almost got a sack. When you had Tapper get the sack, I think Paya was pushing he got half a sack. Lawrence got 2 sacks or a sack and a half. Guys, our front line played fantastic. And again, these are our backups. But we run a rotation, guys. Everyone's hung up on who's starting. Doesn't matter. Paya's starting. All right, Malik Collins starting. That's our defensive tackles. They're not going to be replaced often. Price came in a little bit, and he did well, stop the run. But we're not going to have too many rotations there. Where we will have rotations, especially when Montre Moore and Irvin come back, they'll be helping up in the middle there. But Moore's going to be on the outside. He's another pass rushing specialist. We got DeMarcus Lawrence who's playing his ass off to get this contract season. Yeah, I tell you, you can see that money. See the dollar signs on Eli's back. So, he was going crazy. Again, guys, very surprising. You can see our reaction to the game. We uploaded during the hurricane with a hurricane cam up in that corner up there. Check out our live stream, guys, reaction. It's pretty fun. We're going to actually, I wanted to mention that too, guys. Probably within, again, because we're hit by the eye of this hurricane. We just got our power back 2 hours ago. Yeah, so we're going to try to compile, I guess, a highlight reel of our best and worst reactions from the game. It might take me another day or 2 to get it done, guys, because it's late. We're not doing it tonight. But again, without power, we probably would have had it ready by tomorrow. So most Wednesdays we'll probably have these ready, probably Thursday or Friday this time. And we're definitely going to talk more about the upcoming game against the Broncos as we get closer to that game. But every day we're going to fill you in on all the ins and outs of the Cowboy news. So make sure you guys hit subscribe if you haven't already. I know most of you have. If you haven't, hit subscribe.
Hit like as well.
Hit like in this stream, guys. It helps us. It helps, the search come up. And guys, watch those cool ads. There's some cool ads because those cool ads might get us another microphone. So make sure you guys watch the ads through, guys. It helps us out. And maybe you'll find something you like through those ads. But, guys, aside from that, we're going to get ready to wind this down. Before we do that, though, we want to go through some of these questions from you guys. Yes. And I know we answered a bunch as we were talking. So, again, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to Sixers JT, Patrick again, Zero God, Cowboys Abroad, Dallas Cowboys, forever champions. That's very true. Terabelli, what's up? First and goal was, I was going to say first and goal, but it was very weird by the coaching staff. I agree, guys. Hey, Terabelli, we were sitting here in disbelief as well, yelling at the screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it just, again, when you have someone like Zeke, why don't you run the
And
ball?
the offensive line that we have. Why? I don't care if you have the best defense in the league, Giants, Broncos, whoever the hell ever, you run the ball 3 times and score the goddamn touchdown. Anyways, Mr. Wright, Cowboys Abroad. Tobias from Argentina, what's up? Stronger King, what's up, Seattle? You guys got to rebound a little bit. I think you guys will be better, though, soon. Don't worry. I think the Packers just had you the other day. Dano, what's up? You finally made it to the stream. Good job. So now let's go back on your thing. That we're gonna ask some of your questions. But guys, so we got a great start, guys. You can't be happier. This right here, beautiful. Mwah. Thank you, Cowboys.
Yeah, and Stronger King, let's start with your question. Do we think the Cowboys are going to Super Bowl? Let's keep it simple. Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
We always say yes to that. Right now, until we see different, it's always going to be a yes, guys. And in that sense, we are biased.
Yes. So Cowboys Abroad wants to know if DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get more sacks this week. The way he's been playing and considering the offense we're going to face, I mean, I don't see why he shouldn't. Absolutely.
Last year we had 6 sacks. Our team leader was Benson Mayowa. He had a couple good pressures yesterday, some pressures. But, I mean, for Lawrence to have 2 sacks already or a sack and a half, I thought Paya had half a sack with him on that. I think they counted as Lawrence's full sack. But either way, obviously I think he's going to pass the 6 mark from which is surprising, guys, because we have a rotational defense, guys. If you look at the game, you see Taco in a lot. You saw Tapper in. Tapper got a sack. That's DeMarcus Lawrence's spot, guys. So, you're going to see this often switching out. You're going to see a lot of sacks by a lot of different guys this season. It might not be a 12 or 15 sack guy on our team. We might have 4 or 5, 8 sack guys on our team, which would be surprising to me because last year we only had 6. But I said this at the beginning of the year, I do think we're going to be a better pressure defense this year with Paya in the middle, guys, and Malik Collins, maturing more, and Marcus Lawrence playing on his first contract year. Crawford having the best offseason and training camp he's had till his injury. Irving, who's looking fantastic when he comes back. DeMontre Moore, who's going to have a 2-week break. Hopefully he comes back without drinking and gets out there and does what he did in preseason with pressuring the quarterback as a rotational guy. Guys, he's not going to be like the Giants. I know some Giants fans know him and make fun of him because he can't last the season. He doesn't need to. He just needs to last 20 plays a game for us. That's all we need him for, guys. And he's going to put pressure on some of these quarterbacks. Giant fans, Seattle fans, they know that about DeMontre Moore. He can do those things. And that's all we need from him. We got run stoppers. So we got a great front line. Our linebacking core, guys, you guys seen it. And that's without Anthony Hitchens, one of the most underrated, one of the best linebackers out there. We still have Jalen Smith. Of course, the fantastic Sean Lee and Damian Wilson, who's out there too, busting his butt, and Justin Durant. And our cover guys, you got to give it to them, guys. Byron Jones played great. Heath, I got to say, Jeff Heath, surprisingly played very well. Yeah. The strategy they had was he's covering tight ends, I think, and that's a good idea. He can hit. So he can't tackle, but he can hit.
He's a little bigger, too, so he can kind of handle. Usually tight ends, they're a little more bulky than receivers, so it's easier for him to actually match up bulk to bulk.
And it also lined up Chidobe on him and on a lot on Brandon Marshall because of the height thing. And Cheeto is
obviously worked because Brandon Marshall got, again, one catch all game.
And he had a couple other passes that were just bad passes by Eli to him. He just couldn't make the catch, because it was a bad pass, the pressure, whatever you want to say. But Cheeto was always there. Anthony Brown was always there. Even former exactly the interception, guys. That was a great job by him. He wants 39 more this year for the Cowboys defense. He wants 40 turnovers this year for the Cowboys. So let's hope for that.
I made the joke that he caught the ball and held that ball like it owed him money.
Yeah, exactly. I like that attitude, guys. That's the Marinelli attitude, and I could see it the whole training camp. We saw it happening, and then we saw it just come to fruition in this game again. The Giants without OBJ, the Giants, with a lackluster running game and a horrible front offensive line. There's no denying that. Those things helped our defense as well. But we'll see against the Denver team, which is similar in that sense. The defense is great. Offense is average. We shall see what happens, guys. We're going to face Leary, so we'll see. Another question. Let's see.
So here, I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 real fast.
All right.
Cowboys abroad. Tough choice since the defense is playing well. If Irving came back today, who would you replace? And I saw someone asking when he's coming back. So Irving. He is suspended for 4 weeks because of performance-enhancing drugs, but he will be back week 5.
Week 5, he'll be back, guys, against the Packers, his favorite team. And, guys, Irving, let me just say, he's going to be fantastic. I saw it in preseason. I mean, I know it's preseason, but he just looks like he's learned so much more. He's evolving into this
really dynamic play.
Correct. That inside out, so he can play tackle. He's not going to start. I don't know if he's going to start, guys. I don't want to say start. He's not going to start, guys. He's going to be our rotational player, guys, and that's what I'm talking about. Who cares who starts? Because he's going to play inside and be able to stop the run and put his arms up and stop any short slants. He's going to, when his arms up, as a defensive tackle to replace Collins or Paya for a play or two on a passing down, for instance. Yeah. And then running downs or on some other plays, on some other passing downs, you're going to see him on the outside, guys, playing the end spot where he did fantastic against the Bucs last year. He did really well last year at that position. He played both. Guys, he's not going to replace anybody. He's just going to come in and just jump into the rotation.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. We got Price out there who's our backup defensive tackle. He played pretty well out there. And again, we have DeMontre Moore coming back, another end. So, guys, we're stacked. If you look at it, I don't want to say we're stacked because we're not stacked on defense or anyway. But, again, one game down, 15 to go for the regular season. Our defense is looking like they're much improved from last year, which last year we were right in the middle of the pack. If we're much improved, we could look at a top 10 possibly. And if we get that, guys, watch out Super Bowl because that's a definite big-time thing. But, again, guys, one game against a subpar offense. Yeah. Let's just pump the brakes a little bit.
All right, so Terrabelli wants to know, what team do you worry about the most on the schedule, Falcons, Packers, or Seahawks? Okay. And then Mr. Wright says, do you remember NFC East quarterback Jake Plummer? He thinks that Carson Wentz, that's kind of like his Carson Wentz comparison there.
Really?
And then Sixers
I disagree on
wants
that.
to know a similar thing as Terrabelli, who's the bigger threat to the Cowboys, Skins or Giants? And let me see. And then, so Ronald Leary entered concussion protocol, won't play Sunday, almost confirmed. So thank you, Tobias, for that.
Wow, I did not know that.
I mean, guys, again, game-changing. I want to get to some of the questions, and then Tobias will touch on Ronald Leary because that is pretty big on our upcoming games.
So hold on. So what was the first one? Terrabelli. Yeah, as far as who do we fear, I still fear the Giants, number one. And the Eagles a close number two. Redskins, I'm not too afraid of. And again, that game against the Eagles and Redskins, guys, we watched most of it on Red Zone. We went back over Red Zone to the Redskin-Eagle game. I mean, Wentz looked fantastic, but he did have some bad plays, just like Dak did. It cost him some things. And again, I still think he's going to have some growing pains. But I think that they're obviously, improved from last year. Like we said, we thought it was going to be a close season, guys. All these three teams are going to be fighting it. Even the Redskins will be up there fighting it out. But, guys, I do think that, the Eagles played the Redskins. And the Redskins have issues on offense. They have issues on defense. And even dropped a couple touchdowns. If I recall, Terrell Pryor Jr. had dropped the touchdown in the end zone. I mean, that could have changed the game. Again, guys, I do think the Eagles are going to be tough. But, again, just like the Cowboys beating the Giants and the Eagles beating the Redskins, let's pump the brakes on both these teams that won because this is going to be a tough division throughout the season, guys. I'm afraid of all the teams. As far as the three outside of the division teams you mentioned, which was somebody else who mentioned that one. Cowboys abroad, I think. Terrabelli asked that one. Falcons. Who was the other one that asked the East?
Falcons, Packers?
No, the other one about the Giants and the Redskins. And
Sixers, JT.
So Sixers, JT, that's what I think. I do think the Eagles, I'm worried about them too. I think he said Week 10's the big game of the year. We'll see when we get there. Still a long way to 9 weeks to go, and we got to see the Eagles still have to perform against other teams too, and some NFC East teams as well, other than the Redskins, which right now look to be at the bottom of the NFC. If we were to guess, in most people's list, they're fourth place.
No, and I agree, but I think that the fact that we don't play the Eagles until Week 10 benefits the Eagles. They're the type. I mean, every team is going to benefit by playing longer, more together. But I think the Eagles, because they have so many new, moving, shifting kind of pieces that still need to mesh together, I guess, for lack of a better word. I think that the Eagles are going to be a little scarier because I think the Giants let me put it this way. The Giants should have had it a little more together this upcoming game, the same way that Dallas should have had it a little bit more together on offense in this upcoming game. I think that
you mean last game.
This past game, sorry. I do think that the Eagles are going to be one of those teams that's going to continuously get better. Like, they're going to have a struggle. They might have some problems, but you guys are going to continuously get better as the season goes on. I think the Giants are going to be one of those teams that are just going to consistently struggle but make it through. All right, because of their defense.
All right, well,
Skins, forget about it. Sorry.
I'm going to say right now, though, guys, I do think that when Odell comes back, it's going to change things. I think the Giants are going to get more confidence.
But they're going to be playing catch-up, and that's the problem. They're going to.
I disagree.
I don't know. I think they're going to feel that pressure, and Odell's going to have that pressure on him to show out.
I disagree. All right, that's fair enough. We all have different. That's why we're Cowboy Nation here, Cowboy family, because we do have different opinions, and I disagree with you on that. I think the Giants, when they get Odell back, when they get clicking again, I think they got something to prove, especially now. As they got embarrassed by the Cowboys as a national television, guys. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan. Even Terrabelli will tell you, any other true Giant fan will tell you out there that, hey, the Giants play like crap, and it's embarrassing what happened to them. And again, it's not all the Cowboys, but it is a lot of the Cowboys, and some of it has to do with Odell. So I'm not saying you guys would have won. I don't think you guys would have won with Odell, but I'm just saying that we will see in December, hopefully, with Odell in New York. But I do think that, I do think that the Giants are going to be a tough team, and they're going to have something to prove now. Their defense played great, but I think that their offense still has a lot left to show. The Eagles played a lesser team, and they played pretty well. I mean, it was a close game throughout until the end. But, again, I think that you're going to see – I agree with your assessment about the Eagles later on in the year. It's going to be tougher. They're going to be tougher because they're going to be working together longer, which is good. And I think the Cowboys are going to be tougher because we're going to be working together. And we both have film on each other, so it's going to be a good battle. I agree with it's going to be a good battle. I also think it's the game of the year yet. And I want to make a point that Go ahead, what were we gonna say?
Well, no, is the last game of the season against the Eagles as well this
It
year?
is, yes.
So, I mean, guys, what's up with the NFL always giving us the Giants week 1 and wanting to wrap up with the Eagles?
Usually they do that, and usually it's always the NFC East team to start and NFC East team to finish.
That's because they love us so much.
That's for the ratings, baby.
All right,
but
so
no, I want to say one thing, though, real quick. I'm sorry about the Eagles in the sense that their offensive line, if I recall correctly, I think Peters, guys, got hurt. The left tackle, the blind side protection for Wentz. I'm not really sure how they did after that. But I had said in my Eagles video, that was one of the weaknesses for the Eagles, is their offensive line when it came to the depth. And everyone's arguing with me about that. I know a couple guys here. One guy got pissed and unsubscribed. All right, whatever, guys. I'm just giving our opinion. And I'm not an Eagle expert, but I did hear even the commentators say this is going to be a good test for the Eagles to see if this guy, this rookie they threw in there, is going to be able to handle it. You Eagle fans, Sixers JT, you guys should know. You know, I agree with what you said, Sixers, about Brandon Marshall's overrated. I think he's just old. He was awesome, but now he's kind of lost his touch. I also think, you know, the whole Giants team was off, guys. Yeah. But he'll rebound and have a couple good games. He's not going to be what he used to be. Yeah. But again, I do think that the Eagles, you know, still have, you know, something to prove when it comes to offensive line and their running game. That's my opinion, guys. Wentz can't do it all by himself. If he is, he's going to have the same issues you guys had last year. Even though with the new added people you guys put on your team, it's still going to be an issue. But Wentz did look good for the most part, guys. So congrats on your win. We're us and the Cowboys and Eagles are undefeated. And we'll see what happens next time. Somebody said there they love the passion. Guys, thank you for loving it. We are passionate Cowboy fans. That's why we're doing this. This is 2.5 months of passion.
12:30 streaming here with you guys. So
12:30 Eastern, yeah. And guys, if you haven't hit like, please do for the stream. If you have not subscribed and you're new, please hit subscribe and hit the little notification bell because we do these live streams almost daily, if not daily. We have a video.
Hurricane didn't keep us down.
Nothing can keep us down, guys. And Hurricane Irma, the eye of the storm, that couldn't keep us down. And again, guys, we have a video I'm going to be putting out soon, a constructed video, a highlight reel, so to speak, of our reactions from this past game. You can check it out there live. It's a lot of funny stuff, a lot of cool stuff. We have a hurricane camera, the whole 9 yards. You can check out those replays. We have first half, second half. But we're going to put a compilation, like a 5-minute edited version of that, usually every Wednesday. Probably not this time because we lost our power for 2 days after this hurricane crushed us. But we're back and standing, guys, standing tall, just like the Dallas Cowboys, baby, after last year's loss in the playoffs. We're back. So.
All right, guys. So I think we are going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. So let's go ahead and get some of your last comments. And I do
Drew, Drew, what's up, Drew? Thank you. You were the one that said that. What's up, Drew? Burdett. Yeah. We started playing way before the other team. Yeah, I know. We do. Awesome, bro. And same thing with Cody Johnson. What's up? Hi, you guys. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, hit that bell, and hit the like for the stream, guys, for this stream. Thank you, guys. Yes.
So, all right, guys. So now I do actually want to point out and just kind of running back to our Eagles talk just a second ago, I think that the difference between or the difference that could make the Eagles better than the Giants later on long term, because the Giants defense will probably continue to be better this season. Is the fact that the Eagles have a more balanced offense. They have a better offensive line, they have better running backs, and they don't have an Odell, but they have better quality receivers. Yeah, maybe overall, not. Yeah, overall.
That's the one thing I will say, and I guess Tarabella can comment on this, or New NYG, you know,
for life
07.
Yeah. If you are watching this later, what's up?
Or even Patrick, who now is a Cowboy fan.
Yes.
He said, "How about them? How about my Cowboys?" He's a Giants fan or Odell fan.
He's a Cowboy fan who just has a passion for
Odell for some reason.
Very
tubs. Strange. Odell and hot tubs. But no, I mean, I do think that. Oh wait, hold on a second. Hold on to this, baby.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say something real quick, but I want to talk about the Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, okay. So, somebody, I think Tarabella, you were the one that asked what team scared us the most between the Falcons, Green Bay, and the Seahawks. So, for me personally, anyway, I would have to say the Seahawks because, again, defensively, I think they're the better of the three. And offensively, I think that they're the most balanced. And, again, Seattle didn't do so great. Green Bay didn't do so great. Aaron Rodgers terrifies me, but their defense sucks. And I know he'll make some moves, but honestly, the way our defense played and the way that their defense played, I'm still confident we can outscore Green Bay. And it kind of comes the same way with Atlanta. I think that, it's definitely going to be a close one, but I think offensively, all we have to do is outscore Atlanta and control the ball. The thing is, again, Atlanta's offense is very scary, but their defense sucks. And again, Seattle, a much scarier defense. Obviously not. The offense is a little more balanced, but again, because Russell Wilson is kind of like, or Dak reminds me of Russell Wilson in the sense that he can run or he can pass, or, it's a little more dynamic. So
I got something.
I know. Yeah, go ahead. This is just my opinions, guys. I'll leave it off to the real expert, I guess.
I don't know about that, if I'm the real expert, but I will say I'll give you a different I'll give you a different perspective, though, for sure. Now, guys, I will say this. As far as those 3 teams, I'm gonna say it like this. Okay, Green Bay scares me because of their offensive power. The defense, though, not there, guys. So I think if our corners, I think somebody said about our corners playing, Tobias, if our corners can play the way they did this game, and rookie corners, I think I'm not too. I think we can handle Aaron Rodgers the way we did last year in the regular season, and I think that our defense can play up to that task. I think we'll be okay. I think this game's in Dallas, if I recall, this game 5, week 5. So
that even better, more in our favor.
Yeah, I'm saying I think we got the Packers. They're not worrying me as much. Although don't get me wrong, all 3 teams worry me. The Atlanta game is in Atlanta, and that game is going to be tough as well.
Oh,
their
but
defense.
That's right, they have Fat Eddie Lacy. I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, he's fat because he's got 3 yards, guys. Oh. He sucks. He's not what he used to be. And obviously that's why the Packers released him. But you get this. That's the Seahawks, not the Green Bay Packers.
Oh no, sorry. I was reading some of the comments here talking about that's why. Sorry, guys.
I will make sure nobody gets confused because he was on the Packers last year.
I'm responding to you guys here in the comments. I kind of forgot that the Seahawks have Fat Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, but I didn't finish with that yet because I'm saving them for last because they scare me the most. But I have something to say. All 3 teams should be scared of the Cowboys the most.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying that not being biased. I'm saying that because we do have a defense that seems to be at least a little above average and maybe getting better every week. We also have an offense that, when clicking, is probably one of the best offenses in the league. Best offensive line, best running back in the league, without question, in my opinion. Combination of that is almost unstoppable. And we have from top to bottom. And I know the Giant fans say that they have the best core receivers and they maybe have the best starting 3. It did not show yesterday, even though they had the starting 2. And Brandon Marshall, he looked like garbage. Not all on him. But again, I think that it's a little overrated on those receivers. I think our receivers, and I've been saying this, are better than the Giants receivers. Now, hear me out. Not necessarily the top 3, although it looked like the other day on Sunday night, it looked like we had the better receivers even than just the top 3. But I think when you go from Dez to T. Will to Hot Sauce Beasley, you love that catch. I know you all did. Then you keep going, guys. You got Bryce Butler. Made a fantastic catch to put us on the goal line, even though we kicked the field goal and we didn't run it in. Then you got after him, you got Mr. Ryan Switzer, guys, rookie extraordinaire, fake punts, whatever he does. He's faking that fair catch run. Fantastic. He's a 5th receiver. And our 6th receiver who was inactive was Noah Brown, Baby Dez. He looked fantastic. I think he'll go in there tomorrow. I think he'll go there on Sunday against the Broncos and look good. So, guys, that's 1 to 6. We got fantastic receivers. Giants, it kind of drops off after Sterling Shepard, guys. So I believe we have the best receiving core from 1 to 6 in the entire damn league. Challenge that, guys. If anybody has a better 6 or 5 receivers, please let me know. Please let me know. I'm dying to hear because I don't hear it yet. We have one of the best tight ends, and he had 6, 7 catches. Witten broke the record. One of the best tight ends in history, if not probably the 2nd best tight end if you're going to go by stats in history. Guys, we looking. What more can I say? You saw it, and we didn't have a great game on offense. Let me see here, guys. Original 6. What's up? Original 6 Productions. Good to you here, guys. Hit the like, subscribe for those that are new. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you. I'm glad you guys agree. As far as the Seahawks, I didn't get to talk to them. I talked about the Falcons. Their defense is good, the Falcons. Don't get me wrong. They don't suck. My fiance said they suck. I disagree. They have a good defense. They're not great defense, a good defense. But they have a great offense. But the offense can be stopped. I do believe that they don't have an unstoppable offense. Obviously, the Bears almost beat them. Anybody can beat the Falcons. And again, we're going to play them in Atlanta. I know it's going to be rocking over there in their stadium against the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody hates us, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about them because I think if our defense plays okay and our offense plays like they should, we got this game. We got every game, honestly. We should win every game in that sense. And if the defense plays above average and our offense plays as they should, we should win every game. We could win the Super Bowl. And I'm just being honest. That's not bias. And I think most people out there can see that. And we didn't play our best game on offense against the Giants. And we still won 19-3. The Seahawks, guys, even though they lost to Green Bay, and I know everyone's going, oh, look at Seahawks, whatever. I fear them the most. And you know why? Just like the Giants and the Broncos, the defense, guys. The defense is what wins things. Or not wins things, but can keep you in games. Okay, I think the Cowboys' offense is our defense. in the sense of keeping the clock churning, keep the possession going, control the game, control the clock. And I think when we do that, our defense is rested. They pin their ears back to rush the quarterback, put pressure on him, and our cornerbacks know 9 out of 10 times it's going to probably be a pass. When we put a team in that position, I don't care who you are. We got you. We got your number. And it'll take a miracle for you guys to beat a team like us when we have control of the game. First quarter, second quarter, we're up 13-0, or we're up 17-3. You'll see this happen, guys. We know that the other teams are going to basically become a passing team, and then we just cover and put a little bit of pass rush like we did against the Giants. I think we got the game. So, guys, the Seahawks, their defense is spectacular. And I still think even though they're getting old, they're still very good, and they scare me the most because they still have enough weapons on offense, even though they don't have a running game, guys. And that's their key. That's where they lose. They have an okay line. That they got one of the guys injured. They got a guy from the Eagles. Again, guys, they don't seem to me to have the best. They kind of remind me of a Giants team. So, offensive line, Fat Eddie, Lacy back there. I mean, they got a couple other running backs. I just don't see them really established. They're going to be pass, and then Russell Wilson will run once in a while. He's going to get hurt messing around like that, guys. And I do think that the Seahawks probably have the best chance, probably scare me the most. Even though that game's in Dallas and it's in December. I think it is in Dallas. It's in December. I still think that could be a trouble game. The Falcons could be a trouble game, and the Packer game. All three are tough. But I just give you the breakdown on each of those of why I think we can beat all three of them, guys. And that's because of our offense establishing and our defense playing with knowledge of what the other team is going to do, pass. And again, if we have that, we should win almost every game if we can just establish control of the ball and really just wear the other team down with Zeke and the way we did it against the Giants, guys. I mean, the Giants could have come back on us if we didn't have Zeke in this game. I think that we could have been stopped. We would have become one-dimensional. The Giants would have had a better chance to catch up to us and beat us. And, not beat us, but at least catch up, make it more of a game. It definitely would not have been that Zeke show when it came. And I say Zeke show because what he did out there with hits in the backfield, great Giant defense, and he still got 2 or 3 yards instead of losing 2 or 3. That's a huge difference, and it kept drives going. It kept us to get close to the end zone. It kept us getting closer, getting field goals, even though we couldn't produce. Dak had some misses, some bad play calling again by Lenahan. These things kind of pissed me off, but even with all those mistakes, we still won 19-3, guys. That's a big deal against a division rival, a tough division defensive rival. Even though they had limited options on offense, they still had enough to do something. They only are missing one major piece, which is key. And I think that, if we play our best and they play their best with all their players, we still beat them, guys, by maybe 10 points. So that's my opinion there.
You know what that says to me, though?
That means Cowboys won a Super Bowl.
That means Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. So that's actually what I was thinking. So,
really?
guys, yeah,
really?
I was thinking in my head. I'm like, when I came down and I heard you talking about the Seahawks, I'm just like, man, everything you're saying, Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl this year. And you know what, guys? I'm saying it now. Heard it here first. Cowboys, Super Bowl 2018. Come at me.
Oh, you mean January 2018. February 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you meant the season. I'm sorry.
No. Like
2017 season.
2018. Oh my God. You know what? The way that seasons and things like that are decided, I'm still whatever. It's the year that it's played. Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl in February 2018, whatever date it falls.
She's a fourth-year football fan, guys. So that's why we're my Cowboys family. We all have different spectrums of knowledge. But she's come a long way from knowing what a first down was 4 years ago to knowing in-depth information about football and, of course, our Dallas Cowboys. So that's awesome, guys. Michaela Thomas, what's up? Join us. Subscribe. Hit like in the stream if you haven't yet. Hit the little notification bell. That's how you get all our live streams. We basically do live streams every day, guys. We do breaking news. We're going live with my camera if I have to, your camera. We go live through YouTube. Or we have a video coming out within a day or two. Hopefully, we got hit with Hurricane Irma, and we've been out of commission for 2 days or so. But we're posting a video, a compilation of our reaction towards the Giants game, good and bad. There's some pissed off moments and some moments that are fantastic. But all three of us, there's us two and her son, Little G's, in it too. We were loving that game, guys. It was fun to watch, even though we were a little scared because there was a hurricane literally banging on our window. And you can see that in the video. From our little camp, we were flooded out here, and the wind was just crazy, 120 miles
crazy stuff going on, guys. But you know what? Thank you, every single one of you guys.
Dallas Nation.
Yes, who stuck through with us, not just through that stream, but through yesterday, obviously with our still electrical problems, and with today, obviously,
late
guys.
Night stream. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.
For sure, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and keep coming back, guys. The Survival League is closed off. The Fantasy League is closed off. We're still rolling in that. We got 14 left out of 16 in the Survival League. Guys, all you guys out here, thank you for joining us. Drew, Original Six Production, Stronger King, Tobias, Mr. Wright, of course, Patrick. You know, how about them Cowboys is in there somewhere? Maybe not this stream, but he's always on. Frankie G's on here sometimes. You subscribe, Michaela.
So
thank you.
Thank you so much for subscribing, Michaela. And we talked about it a little earlier. And yes, so we do think that the Dallas Cowboys absolutely can beat Denver. The key to that is the same key that it was to winning against the Giants, which is controlling the ball and just driving our way down the field. Now, the difference here is that we can't just settle for field goals. We have to put some points, you know, we have to put touchdowns on the board. Yeah, we don't want field goals. And again, honestly, our defense has to step up. They need to play the way they played the Giants. And again, they need to get at least one sack this game. And I want to see another turnover. That's what I'm saying. That's the things that we can't just say, settle for okay anymore. The defense needs to step it up the way that we expect the offense to step up. So again, I expect one sack a game. You know, from pretty much, I don't care who does it, but our defense needs to get one sack a game, and I want to see one interception a game at least at least one turnover, and definitely with the crappy quarterbacks. I'm going to be honest. Like Aaron Rodgers, we're probably not going to get an interception, but Trevor Siemian, we should get an interception
or two. So I mean, that's the thing, guys. I do think that is a good key. I do think that a big deal with this game. I think the biggest boost we only had 4 cornerbacks, guys. 4 cornerbacks. We didn't have Ben Wickery. He was inactive. Of course, Jordan Lewis was inactive. This week we're gonna get Jordan Lewis back, and hopefully we still have Scandrink. We're not sure what's gonna happen with him. If he's still injured with his hands, too bad. He's gonna be inactive. But guys, he'll be playing against the Cardinals next week at night. I think Monday night. But again, guys, I do think that with 4 corners, guys, we were out there just hoping for the best. And guys, they held it down. They played well. They played aggressive Marinelli-style defense in the defensive backfield. And it really helped us get a couple pressures, a couple sacks, because Eli could not release the ball. He didn't want to throw an interception because the coverage was very good. We had a couple coverage sacks, guys. We did fantastic. And again, I think we're going to get, you know, I don't know how good the Denver's offensive line is, but let's say instead of 4 sacks, I'm just looking at like 2. 2 sacks at least, maybe 3, a turnover or 2.
At least one. Right. At least one.
Yeah, I think we get 2, and I think we get at least 1 turnover. And again, that's just saying at least. I think on offense, guys, we have to put touchdowns, like you said, touchdowns on the board. We put touchdowns in enemy territory in a mile high where it's hard to breathe, the air is thin. We need to score. We need to kind of make them run after us, and we have to keep our defense healthy off the field with oxygen pumping through their nose as much as possible when they're not on the field. So
slow and steady will win this game. Let the offense do what they do and let them take their time doing it, guys.
Yeah. I mean, we don't mind the Giants going 10 minutes in the second half, kickoff, and getting a field goal out of that, guys. That's their only drive they had where they got many points. And they didn't get past the middle of the field until the second half, into that drive. So, guys, we just completely dominated them with it. No matter how bad the Giants' offense looked, we made them look bad as well, even without ODB. I mean, ODB, Odell Beckham, whatever you want to call him, ODB, OBJ, whatever. Any acronym you want to use. He is a major part, and he's going to be closer next time in New York. But we definitely surprised a lot of people, some of our own fans. A lot of the Giant fans were highly surprised without Odell or with him. They still expected the Giants to win. Almost every newscaster didn't care about Odell. They all picked the Giants. And what did we say? You remember what we said? We don't give a damn what anybody else is picking. Yeah. We know our Cowboys. We know what they're able to do. And if we control the ball on offense, we win. And we control the ball on offense, and we won. Yes. But not because of that. We won because of our defense, guys.
Absolutely.
So all credit to the defense.
And not just that, guys, but again.
And Zeke.
Obviously I'm a little newer to the Cowboys and football, but even just from the little bit of history that I do know from the Cowboys, I don't think I've ever seen a defense start off this strong in this sense, like I just said, at least in recent years, because again, I don't think anyone expected it, because we have a lot of, I don't want to say low caliber players, but a lot of newer players, a lot of players, a lot of rookies, a lot of guys who are from other teams who are like just kind of, I don't want to say throw in there, but they're just kind of starting to fit in. We just got them.
Nolan Carroll, we got Price, you got of course Jalen Smith is pretty much a rookie in a way. You got Chidobe, you got a couple other guys. I mean, Jeff Heath to me is not a stellar guy. He's kind of was a backup last year. He's thrown into the starting line. Last year was Barry Church. Now we got Heath in there who played very well. very surprising to me. This is the best game I've ever seen him play, honestly speaking. And guys, I mean, I think all in all, our offense controlled the game, but couldn't our defense put the game away and won it. Our offense controlled it and did enough. 19 points. It should have been 31 points, guys. If you look at the game and look at some play calls and a little thing here and there, Giants didn't have anything close to anything to getting closer to us. Honestly, they really had no real chance. And I was very surprised that most of you guys are surprised, and a lot of the Giant fans are surprised. But we're glad to have all you guys on here, guys. Giants, Eagles, Redskins fans, any fan from any team. Bring on the Bronco guys. Bring them all here because we're ready to watch this game. Reaction, full game day reaction this week. No problems from the Hurricane. We're all fixed up and ready to roll, guys. So we're back at it. We're gonna have all 4 of us here, guys. Us 2 and our children. Her son, little G. My daughter, little J. And she'll smack talk a little bit with some of you Giant fans out there. You know, she can hang. She's 10. He's 7. He's gonna almost be 8. Guys, this is a whole experience. We got, different ages. We got different genders. We have different viewpoints, different, passions as far as lifelong or short-term, new, children's viewpoints. You got all viewpoints, guys. But I've been a Cowboy fan since birth. And I remember the 1 in 15 years in those seasons, guys. And so this was pushed by them to get me on here because I'm a passionate Cowboy fan for life, guys. Just as passionate as all you guys out there, maybe more so. I don't care. This is Cowboys Nation. We're all together. And let's go on this ride. Hopefully, we finish with our 6th Super Bowl victory, championship ring, whatever you want to call it. We want our 6, guys. We want the one for the thumb, guys. And we're coming for it this year. We're not messing around, guys. It's us against the world with this Zeke thing. And let's get past this appeal by the NFL. Like I said, they have an appeal against Zeke. They're trying to stop him from playing after Denver. Not going to happen, guys. The 1% chance that happens, it's not going to happen. He's going to play the whole season, guys, and he's going to tear it up. Our team is ready to roll this year, guys. So we're going to wrap this up now. Yes. We love all you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hit the like on this stream and all our streams and all our videos. Go back and watch them, guys. Hit subscribe, that big red button right here underneath us, and hit that little notification bell so you can see our live streams whenever they come up, once, twice, 3 times a day, whatever. But we have it at least once a day, give you updates on all the Cowboy stuff, guys. Thank you, Michaela, for watching. Thank you, Drew, for joining. Thank you all, guys, for being on here. Mr. Wright, Tobias, Drew, Original 6, and on and on. Too many people to name.
But thank you to every single one of you for watching and for always being here, guys, and for being a part of our Cowboys family and joining us here. So, oh, wait, I think we forgot. No, we never forget this.
Never forget 2 words, guys. You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Go Cowboys! Woohoo!
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Having a good night. Go Cowboys.
Only one thing.